Hi, I'm Andrea, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Windows calculator introduced in Windows 10. Windows calculator has always been present since Windows 1.0, but in the latest version of Windows, Windows 10, Windows calculator has been rewritten from scratch and has a lot more features. And I'm going to explore the features and functionalities with you today. First of all, in order to open the calculator, you can go into your Start menu, look at the letter C and click Calculator. Or you can press the Windows button, type Calc, and also you can find it there. I pinned the task calculator in my taskbar for easy access, and I can click on the icon, and there we go. This is the new look of the Windows calculator. This is the standard look that looks very similar to the original calculator, where you can do classic operation like multiplication, addition, subtraction, divisions, and so on. There is something new that has been added, that is the history, as you can see on the right-hand side, the history of the operation that I've done. So you can easily switch between them for easy access to the history of your operations. But there is a lot more than this. If you click on the navigation button here, you can see there are different modes that you can enable, and we can look at the converter in a moment. So let's look at the new view that is the scientific mode. The scientific mode, as you can imagine, enables you to do a lot more functionalities that are more, useful for engineers or scientific people in order to do a more advanced math like exponential, trigonometry, and so on. I can do sine of 5, I can do exponentials, I can do logarithmics, and so on. So there's a lot of stuff you can do using this in scientific mode. Next is the graphing mode. So if you are learning more about functions in mathematics and analysis, this mode is going to be your friend because it allows you to easily graph functions in here. For example, let me try to graph x by x, and you can see this is the graph of the function x squared. And you can easily move your mouse and see the value at each point. You can graph more than one function. I can graph sin x as well. You can expand and go to full screen if you want. You can use your mouse, click on if you hold the left button, you can actually move around. You can use your wheel to zoom in and zoom out. As you can see, there's quite a lot of stuff you can do using the graphical mode to learn about mathematical functions. And if you go on top of a function, you can click on this button here, Analyze Function, that helps you to actually understand more about this function, like the domain, the range, the intersection with the axis, minimum, maximum. So if you are a student or you're a parent supporting a student, this tool can be really useful for you to learn more about function analysis. You can do your function analysis yourself and then use the calculator to double check that you've done it right. You can easily export this graph as an image, and so on. The next mode is the programmer mode. The programmer mode is mostly useful for developers who want to usually work with binaries. So if I click on DEC, I can type, for example, 10, and I can see that this number 10 in binary is 1010. You can see the hexadecimal version as well. So you can easily convert between binary, between different bases. And there is also another interesting mode that is this bit toggling keyboard that allows you to understand how changing one bit from 0 to 1 or from 1 to 0 impact the number. As you can see, this one is showing a keyword, but let's select byte. Here on the bottom, you can see these are 8 bits that basically make a byte. I can toggle the first one here, and I can see what is changed. This is making the number minus 118. So if you're learning binaries, arithmetic, this can be very useful to understand the impact of changing bits, to understand better the binary system. And as a developer, it can be useful to actually convert, decimal numbers into hexadecimal as well. The final mode is the date calculation. That is quite handy. For example, allows you to calculate the difference between dates. Let's say you want to know how many days are left from here till Christmas. I can specify from now to the 25th of December, and you can see there are 127 days left from 20 August 2021 till next Christmas. That's a very important question that the calculator can help you to answer. And you can also do add and subtract days. You can select the date where you're starting from, and you can add, let's say, 10 days from now, and you can see that's going to be 30 August, and so on. Finally, in normal life, we need to deal with conversion between different currencies, volumes, lengths, or so on. And the calculator really helps you to solve this problem. Let's say you want to do a conversion of currency, and you have $100, and I want to convert them in pounds, in British pounds. There we go. You can see that $100 are 73.44 pounds. But you can select your own value. Let's say I want to change that to euros. There we go. You can say $100 are 85.58 euros. And you can do exactly the same with other units. I can change volume, for example. You can choose teaspoons, milliliters, or you can choose length, and so on. So the calculator really helps you to convert between units. Finally, I wanted to show you something very useful when you're working with numbers. That is this button here called Keep on Top. If I click this button, the calculator go and kind of snap into one of the corners, but always stays on top. So if, for example, I switch to a Word document, as you can see, the calculator is always on top of any windows inside your Windows, and helps you to basically use the calculator as you are typing a document. Let's say I want to do this operation, 12 by 3, 36. So you can work on your document or, surfing the web and keep your calculator close to you so that you can actually use it to solve problems. And this is pretty much everything I wanted to show you today. As you can see, the calculator, the Windows calculator, is a much more powerful calculator than the original one introduced in Windows 1.0. It can help you to learn more about math, solve normal mathematical problems in daily life, like counting how many days are left to Christmas, or converting between units, and obviously doing normal mathematical operations. There's one final thing I want to mention, if you are a developer, is that if you go to github.com/Microsoft/calculator, the source code of the Windows calculator is completely open source. So you can actually go there and contribute to add more functionalities to the Windows calculator that you love and use every day. So my invitation for you, if you're a developer, is to obviously go into this project and start to understand a little bit more about how the calculator works and improve it. Or if you, for everyone else, start to use your calculator and all the amazing features available inside it. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.